Hey everybody, it's Oracle back here, and happy midweek. Friday the 13th, 1980 favorite characters. We got a couple of them down here, and obvious is going to be Alice, the final girl of the film, the one that defeats Mrs. Voorhees. Um, Great character. I mean, all these characters are great. I mean, she's just a very great character. I love her character. Um, I know. A lot of these women, especially in this film here, they all seem like the girl next door type, old fashioned, nothing supermodel. That's a great thing about these earlier Friday the 13th films, uh, or pretty much most of them anyway, in general. But yeah, Alice is definitely a top favorite. I just love everything about her. The willpower to battle Mrs. Voorhees, everything like that. Just very down to earth. Very seems like she's very fun. uh, Stuff with especially when they're in a group playing strip Monopoly. What more can you say? Next one we got is Steve Christie. Uh, he seems like he's like the flirty type because I know he's kind of at the scene where Alice is hanging up the gutter in the one cabin, and after he tries to bribe her into staying, she wanted to go back to California to straighten something out. He kind of touches her in a way, and I don't know if he had some type of affection or the two of them had something going on, but he is the son of the actual owners of Camp Crystal Lake. Uh, but not really much about him. You don't really know much about him other than I think he had a thing for Sandy too, because if you notice in the in the scene where he hands Sandy the money when he asks her how much I owe you or something like that, and then just the way he looks at her right after she walks away with the money that he gave her. But I love everything to the point where you get introduced to him. He's hacking the wood. He's trying to get everything together. Just seems like to be a very decent guy, outdoorsy type guy, stuff like that. I'm an outdoors type guy myself too. I like that. But of course, I'm not out there, messing, with one woman to another woman, But I don't know. I think he had some type of thing with Sandy and then Alice too. But who knows? But I like him for a fact that he's like a mystery. You don't know much about him, except for him and his family knew the Voorhees or knew Pamela Voorhees really well. Uh, Bill is this is Bing Crosby's son, played by um, Harry Crosby. Fun character, great character. I love everything about it. The introduction to him when Alice runs down to the beach where he's painting the fences and stuff, or the wooden rails by the beach and stuff like that. Uh, very guy type, next door type guy. Very like the woods guy. Very broad. Very stern. Music lover. I mean, it runs in the family. Because of course Bing was a singer, and Harry is as well, from what I understand, is. But yeah, I love the character. His death scene was you don't get to see it, but you see the aftermath, and boy, Mrs. Voorhees does a number on him, and just a great character. Then we got Crazy Ralph. Now I said that I liked Crazy Ralph in part two, because we did part two. Yeah, Crazy Ralph. But I like him a lot more in this one because you get more of him. Even the scene, I love the scene when he comes across Enos and Annie in the beginning, when Enos is getting ready to take Annie on her way to Crystal Lake, and then you see him again in the food storage, or whatever they call that, the cupboard or whatever you want to call it. He pops out and he says, "I'm a messenger of God. You're doomed if you stay here. This place is cursed. It's got a death curse." Stuff like that. And then just the way he's getting ready to get on his bike, Alice comes out and stands right in the front of the doorway and is like, He's like, "You're doomed. You're all doomed." He rides off. Great performance by Walt Gorney. That character is awesome. I just love that character, Crazy Ralph. And then the last but not least, we got Brenda, the late Lori Bartram. I believe she passed away in '07 from cancer. Her character I love. I mean, that's the one that Ned is really interested in. So, like I said, she is, like, again, another character. It's the girl next door. Not the supermodel type, but very, very beautiful, in a way. And, I love, the scene that, when she thought she saw somebody on the other side of the lake, the way she looks. And you knew right then and there that Mrs. Voorhees was going to have a hard time getting a hold of her. But besides that, I just love the little things with her and Ned, especially when Ned does the whole bow and arrow, and he shoots it, and she's like a couple inches right from the target, and the look on her face, you got to pause it or you got to look at it really quick. But the look on her face was hilarious, and then when he says, "You want to see a trick shot?" and just the look on her face, she's actually laughing a little bit, but it's a funny reaction. But I've always loved her character, but yeah, that's just about it, guys. I mean, that is it for my favorite characters from Friday the 13th, 1980. We're getting down to some of the other ones that I have got to write down, and we'll get to those starting on Friday and throughout the weekend. So take care, and I'll see you guys back here later. Bye-bye.